The textbook does a good job of breaking down the various modes of writing. For narrative writing, what you're going to want to do is narrative in and of itself is just telling a story. So you're going to be telling the story. You obviously follow the instructions of the assignment, because the assignments based around narration change from time to time. The one thing that you need to remember in narrative writing, a lot of times when you are developing your characters, you will engage in dialogue between the characters. And one thing that you want to remember in dialogue writing, when you're using the quotation marks for the direct quotes, anytime a new character speaks, it's a new paragraph. And that's kind of the one exception to having a well-developed paragraph. You know, I've mentioned that you need to have at least, no less than 3, shoot for 5 or more sentences for a developed paragraph. Within dialogue writing, you can just have a 1-sentence paragraph if it's something someone said, and they're going back and forth in a conversation. So remember that if you have characters, make sure you attribute what each character is saying. Try to mix up the words. For example, you don't want to say, Steve said this, John replied that. Steve said this, John replied that. You may want to say, Steve asked, and then whatever the line is, John replied, I'm not sure, da 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 da. Then just have Steve's next quote come on, and then at the end you could attribute it to argued Steve, or Steve said in a sarcastic tone. There's a lot of different ways that you can help your reader understand the tone and what the characters are saying and how they're saying it. So make sure you read those samples in the book, because they really do a good job with that. And if you have any other questions, please let me know. I've been fortunate enough to have a lot of things published in my time, and dialogue writing is very challenging, so I would love to discuss it with you over the phone if you have any more specific questions or concern. But it is something that makes your essay come to life, and it really does help you develop those characters when you're giving the characters a voice.